Shalom, my little friends. So we have the Dharma wheel. And the Dharma, Sanskrit Dharma, is a word Buddhists use often to refer to the second gem of the three jewels of Buddhism, Buddha, Dharma, Sangha. The word often is defined as the teaching of the Buddha, but Dharma is really more than just a label for Buddhist doctrines, as well as we shall see below. Okay. Hindu describes Dharma as the natural universal laws whose observance enables humans to be contented and happy and to save himself from degradation and suffering. Dharma is the moral law combined with the spiritual discipline that guides one's life. Hindus consider Dharma the very foundation of life. It means that which holds the people of this world and the whole creation. Dharma is the law of being without which things cannot exist. Okay, so let's go over here and see. A lot of the times when you see the Dharma wheel, you see the deer. And I mean, Jesus has showed time and time again with these deer and this wheel. Shiva in her arms, she is this Dharma wheel. But let's go over here. I wanted to show y'all this. Here we go. This new body seems capable of encompassing a vast extent of real estate, such as Mount Shatai, even in the earth and beyond, with suggestions to me the likelihood that the Earth's light grid is an extrapolation of the human being bodies. When it spins, the Dharma becomes living. I have the impression the Buddha body has miraculous coverage in that it seems able to extend throughout time and space as the living Buddha Dharma contained in the Christ. Now remember, this is false God, false Messiah stuff. This is what they want us to believe. They want us to believe that all of them are the same, and they're not. The new body of manifestation of Christ consciousness. And see, in the last one we talked about the consciousness. It has nothing, I don't know if that one will get uploaded before this one. This is perhaps the new seed atom at the heart of El Bayon. The 14 rays of the Great Bear, which I see are wired to my own energy sphere. Oh, Father, rebuke that in the name of Jesus. What we call the astral network or the ley lines of the Buddha body, and coat it like a rainbow. As the Buddha body spins and passes each ray pillar, the transparent octahedron for a moment flashes, for example, rich emerald green, then pale spring green, and on through the rainbow of the electromagnetic spectrum. So let's get that one out of there. Okay. The wheel of life or wheel of becoming is a mandala. A complex picture represented the Buddhist view of the universe. Buddhist existence is a cycle of life, death, rebirth, and the suffering that they seek to escape altogether. The wheel, and see, there's the immortality. That's what Cern is trying to do. The wheel is divided into 5 or 6 realms or states into which a soul can be reborn. It is held by a demon. Around the realm are depicted the 12 stages of dependent origination. And then we've got the Hamas, and y'all can do your own research on these. But this is what they, the Metatron cube is what we're really going to look into. Well, actually, let's go back and read that. The complex sacred geometry structure Metatron's cube is derived from the ancient structure of the flower of life. It is named after the archangel Metatron. Metatron is in charge of all creation and is considered an archangel as well as judge. In sacred geometry, Archangel Metatron oversees a cube, which represents how false gods' creative energy flows throughout the universe. The all of it works together. There's Metatron's cube. That's the Star of David. The 2 triangles put together. Meaning it represents the will, manifestation of divinity. Let's see. Oh yeah. Okay. Divinity in the world starts from the center. You can see the circle divided into 6 parts by 2 phi mirrored. One up and one down is the same you can see in the center of the flower of life, made by the curved line starting from the 2D drawing, we can see the representation of the solids in 3 dimensions: the pyramid, the cube, the tetrahedron, and the other perfect solids. The point in the center made by the union of the 6 lines in the vertex of the hexagonal base pyramid, and it is also the edge of the 2 cubes, one bigger and one smaller. I didn't want to read all that. Continuing, you can find the representation of a diamond seen from above, formed by the 6 triangles that have their bases coincident with the outermost edges of the figure, and central part of the drawing becomes the vertex of the diamond oriented in depth. Oriented depth, respect to the figure. The 5 perfect solids and their interweaving are the 2-dimensional view of all the forms that known molecules can take. So I wanted you to see, the reason why I put that there, I wanted you to see that it has to do with the diamond. Quantum computers have to do with diamonds. That's what this corona is. The crone is the wreath. It's the wreath. To them it's a diamond. Yes. So their Messiah, their Hamashiach is coming. Oh, I didn't mean to read all that to y'all, but we did. Oh yeah. See. Let's see. The Sri Lanka is in the Hindu religion. Okay. We're going to do it like this. Because what we're doing here is talking about the ley lines. At way we located the main ley line that runs through Nova Scotia. No. Templars built castles, churches, graves, and treasures on these lines. The vortex... Okay. You can read all that. And it's talking about Stonehenge. I mean, all kinds of stuff here. If the Templars built their church and castles on ley lines, then this is just another find that helps prove Templars built at this site. Okay. Ancient people knew that wherever the Earth's energy gathered into a vortex was a sacred place. These strongly charged areas of the globe have also been a place where people have chosen to build churches, temples, and other centers of spirit and learning. Places like Stonehenge, pyramids, Egypt, Easter Island, Yucatan, okay, right, Ireland, and so on, are well known as vortex spots. Vortex appear to be points of power or energy on the earth or earth chakras, and ley lines are the relationships between those points. And an analogy might be that the vortexes are acupressure points, and the ley lines between them are meridians on the skin of the body of Mother Earth. These system of vortexes and ley lines is not a new idea. Sacred temples of the ancient world around the Mediterranean are located at the powerful vortexes, and drawing lines between them will bring out patterns of triangles. The Indians in the American Southwest, as well as those in Peru and other parts of South America, located their cities and roads between them on vortexes and ley lines, which look like so many spokes and hubs. The Chinese practiced the ancient science of geomancy, the old straight paths of England, the location of Stonehenge and its relationship to the Great Pyramid, Glastonbury and the myth of Avalon, correlation to vortexes. I'm sure there are many more examples throughout the world. There are 3 main types of vortexes. All 3 are replenishing and supercharged with high quality energy. These 3 vortex types are electric, magnetic, and electromagnetic. There are powerful vortexes scattered around the globe that are, in essence, the Earth chakra system. Earth has both a major and a minor chakra system, just as people do. With the advent of modern life and widespread pollution, the Earth chakras have become contaminated and in need of clearing. Ancient mystics, such as the Druids, used songs, sounds, and ceremonies to keep a chakra open, cleaned, and in proper working order. Everything we've been talking about this past week or so, the past few videos, has to do with this right here. They use song, they use chanting, they use stones, they find these ley lines, these energy grids, and they build their places of false worship. and they chant and sing and do sacrifices, and it's all building this net, this grid that Satan's trying to catch the children of Israel, the children of Jerusalem, of the body of the Messiah with, and all the while he's going to catch his own self with it. Lord Yahuwah is going to catch him. Lord Yahuwah is going to catch him. More and more people in the 21st century are remembering these old ways and are once again paying homage and ritual to the false mother. People are relearning. That's that mother, that queen of heaven that they keep pouring drinks to. That's who that's talking about. People are relearning the ancient shamanic and medicine way knowledge centered on the relationship with the earth. This not only helps heal the earth, but affects the person strongly as well. Again, the relationship between the earth and us is reciprocal. We affect each other in direct and subtle ways. Subtle. And how Satan, that old subtle Satan serpent. As people meditate and send energy to the earth while close to a vortex point, most come to a common realization. These vortexes serve as portals, ones that humans can tap to touch their own higher dimensional selves. No. What they do is they tap into the dimensions where these unclean, evil spirits and fallen angels are. That's what these vortexes do. We're not supposed to be tapping into this stuff. Although some may think vortexes and energy grids are pure fantasy, science is beginning to prove that this ancient teaching is actual fact. And that's what the Large Hadron Collider, or Cern, that's what Cern was set up to do. It is a machine that's laid out just like the chakra system, the Kabbalist tree, this Metatron's cube. It's all the same stuff. Earth energy wheel, and that's what the law, see, there's the wheel. The law, the wheel law, or the wheel, the Dharma wheel. I'm not going to read all this. But here, look. Wait. What was this? Although some may think vortexes, Joseph Jokmans wrote in the Earth, the Crystal Fact, as Joseph wrote in Earth, the Crystal Planet in 1973. 1973. Do I have it up here? Do we have it up here? Oh, I don't know if I got it. Wait a minute. Wait. I don't know if... I know that I've got something about the diamonds and alchemy, but do I have the Surrealist 1973 ball? No, but look. Oh, no, don't. Okay. Well, in 1972, December of 1972, Surrealists, they threw a ball. And Helen Day Rothschild and her husband did. The thing is in 1973, the quantum standard model, one of the pillars for the standard model for quantum computing, was born. Helen Day Rothschild wore a deer head over her head, and with real diamond tears coming from her eyes. So that is very specific. I was hoping to show y'all that, but we didn't. Okay. All right. Now, all over the world, we've got these guardians, this male and female guardian. There's male and female, the androgynous. I'm not going to read all this. The food dogs, and under their paw, they hold this very interesting, well, I thought I had them in here. I guess not. Oh, there they are. How'd they get way up there? They hold this thing right here. The male holds that, and the female, she has a child underneath her body, underneath her foot. It's a male and a female. Now, this right here, this pattern, this is what they're talking about. The Earth's grid, the ley lines. That's it. This Metatron's cube. It's this right here, components of the flower of life. Alchemists, work of alchemists. Metatron's cube is a symbol derived from the flower of life, which is used in contaminant circles or creation circle. Here it is. Now, I'm going to show y'all something real quick. I just took these screenshots this morning. And it just so happens that here we are talking about this. This is Cern and Alice, and that's the Knights of Malta cross. And we have this Ogdode, the 8. It's just in this Sol Invictus coin. But look at that symbol. That symbol is the symbol that I keep talking about that the Freemasons use in their writing. There's the Phrygian cap, you know, where birthdays and stuff come from, music. But here it is. I knew. This as above, so below. But this symbol right there, that is the symbol that the Freemasons use when they talk secretly to one another. So here we are with this symbol again in the ley lines. This very symbol. There it is, right there. That symbol, alchemy. And then, where was it again? I know we just seen it. Oh, it was in the diamonds and alchemy. I'm just showing y'all, all this stuff is connected. Like, this is the salt, Amun, or Amun, appropriate practice of inner alchemy. And here is that symbol. It's the same symbol. And it's for the male and the female. Amun, Amunet. Amun had a counterpart, Amunet. There she is standing behind him as his spirit. Remember, the women, the females, are the high priestesses. They are the ones that speak to the false god or the fallen angels. There she is again. This is Amun's female androgynous side. Amun's meaning, one who is hidden. Amunet simply being the female form. Like all females in the Ogdode, Amunet was depicted either as a snake or as a snake-headed woman. And remember, the snake is a both male and female. It doesn't have to have the male or female. It can have children without having both. So let's get back over here to the ley lines. Didn't even know we were going to go through that. Praise Yahushua Jesus. These symbols all work together to form these ley lines, this chakra system all over the earth. There's much study on this, and there also is not, but I thought it was interesting. Oak Ridge, Tennessee is right here where it says Knoxville. Well, you can't see it very well. Well, where that line is, it goes straight up to the Serpent Mound. That is exactly where Oak Ridge, Tennessee is. I tried to find it for y'all, and it was almost impossible. Well, wait a minute. Wait. Here it is. Oak Ridge, and you go all the way up here to Indiana. Wait a minute. We're still in Tennessee. No, Oak Ridge, yeah. Where is... Well, the Serpent Mound is like on the corner, like in a corner. I think it's here, this corner right here. It goes, no, that's not it. It goes right over Oak Ridge, Tennessee. This serpent. But anyway. Oh, I was trying to show Oak Ridge. Okay. Anyway, we located the main ley lines. Okay, we already read that one. Buddha is known as the line of Shakti, Lotus depicts Buddhist sermons, metaphorical line roars, Buddhist law, and talisman to ward off evil. And that's what we were just looking at. In 93, I came to Woodstock, New York. A couple of years later, I was sitting outside looking over the valley towards the mountains. We have a fabulous clear view. This is a person reading. At the left of this dip is the Buddhist Karma Dharma Shaka Monastery. And now the official North American seat of the 17th Chayal Dorje, head of something. But anyway, here's a Buddha Dharma Chakra Monastery, and it is this person. It's around New York. All right, trying to get through some of this stuff. I love y'all so much. Really, really, really love y'all. All right. So here, study the flower of life. The seed of life, form circles, egg of life. And this is all their false teaching and way. They say that the Earth does these. Metatron's cube depicts the 5 Platonic solids which may be derived from the flower of life. The 5 Platonic solids are geometrical forms which are said to act as a template from which all life springs, according to the spiritual belief. Sorry for the noise. The Platonic solids are 5 structures that are crucial because they are the building blocks of organic life. These 5 structures are found in the minerals, animated and organic life forms, sound, music, language, etc. Metatron's cube is also considered a holy glyph. That's false. Used to ward off evil spirits. Remember the Hanamasa? Yeah, the evil spirit warder. The Kabbalist tree of life is also thought to be derived from the flower of life. And so you got the tree of life, you've got the chakra system, see, it's all connected. The following are some of the locations in which the flower of life symbol can be seen. And it brings it up. Temple of Osiris, Egypt. Okay. And here's the symbol that was under the lion, the Chinese in China, the lion's paw, the Forbidden City. They're the same symbol. This, let's see. It appears that it had been carved into the granite and instead may have been burned into the granite or somehow drawn on it with an incredible precision. It is thought to possibly represent the Eye of Ra. And that is what they're working on, is creating the Eye of Ra, opening up the third eye, a symbol of authority of the Pharaoh. Other examples can be found in Phoenician, Assyrian, Indian, Asian, Middle Eastern, and medieval art. Israel, ancient synagogues in the Galilee, and the Mesda. India, you got all that. Okay. Sacred geometry, we just read that. And there's your Hamasa. Yeah, that's about the hand, that everybody carries around. Okay, we already went through all that. Let's get up here to this. Okay, Dharma and artificial intelligence. Along with promises of technological exciting. Oh, I was just showing y'all. Okay, I just took a screenshot of it to show you what their thoughts are. Dharma and technology, the Dharma wheel, the Dharma chakra. That it all works together. Recently, Elon Musk made major news when he warned on Twitter that AI could be potentially more dangerous than nukes. A few days later, a journalist asked me to respond to his statement, and I answered, "The coming of artificial intelligence will likely be the most significant event in the history of human species. Of course, it can go badly," Elon Musk warned recently. However, it can just as well catapult our species to new, unimaginable transhumanist heights. Within a few months of the launch of artificial intelligence, except nearly every science and technology book to be completely rewritten with new ideas, better and far more complex ideas, except a new era of learning and advanced life for our species. The key, of course, is not to let artificial intelligence run wild and out of sight, but to already be cyborgs and part machines ourselves, so we can plug right into it wherever it leads. Then no matter what happens, we are along for the ride. After all, we don't want to miss this singularity. Yes, we do. We want to be plugged in to the body of the Messiah, Yahushua's kingdom, his holy kingdom, not this transhumanist, alchemist, male-female junk. Naturally, as a transhumanist, this person strives as an optimist. Philosophical question: whether human ethics can be translated in a meaningful way into machine intelligence ethics. Does artificial intelligence relativism exist? And if so, it is more clear than comparing apples and oranges. I'm a big fan of the human ego. This is the person speaking. Common consensus is that AI experts will aim to program concepts of humanity, love, and mammalian instincts. A machine can't do that into an artificial intelligence, so it won't destroy us in some future human extinction rampage. Oy. I'm not reading all this. Y'all got it. Crystals. Unlocking history of Earth's first magnetic field. Tiny crystals in Australia are helping scientists unlock the ancient history of our planet's first magnetic field, which disappeared hundreds of millions of years ago. And the crystals showed that this field was a lot more powerful than anyone believed, that in turn could help answer a question about why life emerged on Earth. Those tiny old crystals are locked in rocks that date to well over 500 million years ago. Let's see. Those cool particles in the orientation at a time. Rock cool, the particles which align to the magnetic field orientation at the time locked into place, and those particles still sit in opposed suggestion they were influenced by a much more powerful magnetic field than scientists has assumed, a new study reveals. I missed something somewhere. Powerful. Answer questions. Those tiny crystals locked over 500 million years ago. At that time, tiny magnetic particles floated in the molten rock. But as that rock cooled, the particles which aligned to the magnetic field orientation at the time, molten rock formed in the molten rock. But as that rock cooled, the particles which aligned to the magnetic field orientation at the time locked in place, and those particles still sit in opposed, suggesting that they were influenced by a much more powerful magnetic field than scientists had assumed, a new study reveals. So crystals are revealing things to them. Okay. Doubting the fact that we live within a universe that operates on geometric bases. And this is in this book, he also drew the following drawing of orbit of Mars from the Earth. The extraordinary step in thinking is still a long way from mandalas of Buddha and Hindu cultures, which represent the whole cosmos within the perfection of geometry. Mandalas have a ritual spiritual significance. This is why I told you I won't draw mandalas. I don't want them on my clothes, my shirts, my bed sheets, nothing. And they're everywhere. These mandalas are. Mandalas have a ritual spiritual significance in both Buddhism and Hindu beliefs, where they are highly regarded and used as meditative and spiritual tools or guides for initiate on paths to wisdom. And y'all can read all this, but this is mandalas and Buddhas and all kinds of stuff. My dog's gonna start freaking out here in a minute because of the weather. So here's more of the ley lines, and this shows the chakra system, and they show like the serpent and plume serpent. It's just insane. One possible answer involves the apparent longevity of the Anunnaki race. Their long lives were consistently and explicitly related to the ingestion of blood. The very idea of taking the blood was of course carried forward in everything from the blood sacrifices of the Aztecs to the American Indian eating of the blood of the American buffalo. There were often reasons for each of these practices, but not necessarily convincing ones. More likely is the rationale that these later practices were rituals gone astray once the real reason for the practice was lost to the practitioners. From the viewpoint of the ancient civilizations, primarily Sumerian and Egyptian, a substance. Oops. Oh, I do that. Well, you see, the Anunnaki race, the fallen angels, the false gods, their children, it's all the same stuff. This is showing the chakra system aligned with the planets, the glands of the body, thyroid, They show it with the animals. They show it on the lands. They're saying that this is like the land layout of the world laid out as the chakra system. And this is for real. This is their web, their net. 7 earth chakra, 4 spinner wheels, 4 world centers, 2 dragon lines, world ley lines. Here it is again. This is from Nicholson, 1968. I thought it was just very interesting. You got a motherboard of a computer on the left side, and then on the right side it's a city, and they look just alike. I mean, what reality are we in? You're just a piece of data carrying information as you move through a circuit system that has been designed to siphon siphon your spiritual energy. This is satellites that are in the air. There were 11 satellites each, and 6 orbited of 11 satellites. 66 active satellites in orbit. When was this put up? Let's see it. But it's the same system. It's the grid layout system. It's the net. It's the net connecting us to the net. The grand chakra system aligns a series of significant ceremonial and habitation sites in much the same manner of the ley lines. The old straight tracks, originally discovered in Britain during the 1920s. Astroarchaeologists marks in regards to this worldwide system. World Wide Web, worldwide New World Order. You know, in several other parts of the world, lines linking holy centers are not only mythological paths down which the false gods representing the various heavenly bodies pass at regular seasons, but have some further quality known only to the native magicians. American Indians, especially the Hopi of the Southwest, appear to be the cables of mental communication. In China, they are known as the Ling Mei, the paths of the dragon, and run between astronomical mounts and high mountains. In the Chinese context, the dragon energy of Chai corresponds on a microscopic level in the Kundalini energy or serpent power denoted in the Hindu and Tibetan chakra system. Michael considers the dragon currents of Chinese geomancy to be identical in function to the ley lines found in Britain. And y'all can go down and read this, but there's your connection to the Kundalini energy, the Shin. I mean, it's the same stuff. The Hindus Metatron. The Jews Metatron. It's the same, man. It's the same. This is a lady that in the sky in the south, and she is taking pictures of ley lines. Jesus has shown her how to do this. To take pictures to show that the ley lines in the air, these lines, this grid, this system. Here is the Tantra. Here again we have the Dharma wheel with the deer, and it seems they go hand in hand. The Dharma wheel, this wheel of the law, and you know, here is symbols showing from movies to down the road, to symbols, billboards, you name it, things, them showing artificial moon, them showing that this is their agenda, this is what they're into. Bam, one world government, that's what they're into, this is what they worship. Sky Dome, Atlantis, Space Station. There you go. This is it. It's all connected. The ley lines. This is their net. This is their grid. This is what they're working on right here. This is it. 5G. Coronavirus. Oh, come on now. Thought that was interesting there. Why they transported the planet, build spectrum for the demonic AI programmable antimatter highway transport system. There we go again. Lines, domes, lines, the domes. Sorry for that, but that's just the way it is. It's the two serpents interlining with one another. Just like we've seen down here. They're two serpent thing. It's the same. That's the Baphomet. He's got the horns as a deer. That's the Baphomet. Here's Pan. Music. That's what they're doing. They're luring everyone in with their music. Alright. Well, this is it. Sky Dome of Atlantis. And there you are. Ground wave mind control. The network system. And that's what it's all about. The network system. Well, I love y'all so much. And I thank y'all for listening. And have a blessed day.